Yo guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be doing some predictions on UFC Fight Night Hermansson versus Pyfer. This card is a little but we're going to be doing the main card breakdowns. We're probably going to skip the prelims this time around, but we do got a huge main event next weekend, I'm pretty sure, and that's going to be fire. We're going to be doing the whole card on that and a lot of video content for that one. But let's get into this card here. We got Hermansson versus Pyfer at the Apex again. You know, these cards are like, I like whenever they travel, you know, going to like different states and stuff. I feel like they make the cards a lot better that way with the audience and everything. But let's see. Let's start from the bottom up. Let's start down here. What's first? We got Rodolfo Vieira versus Armen Petrosian. Now, I was really back and forth on this one for a while. I think I'm leaning towards Armen Petrosian in this one. I seen his fight with RoboCop, and I just feel like Armen Petrosian has the ability to just kind of fight off the back foot, maybe keep Rodolfo Vieira at bay if he does get taken down. I think he can possibly defend himself. Rodolfo Vieira is good though. He's so good with the jiu-jitsu and whatnot. I mean, they call him the black belt. Let's see what his win by percentage is. Yeah, 89% by sub, you know. Man, this one is tough. If Rodolfo Vieira gets on top of Petrosian, it is going to be a hard night for Petrosian, but I think that he can do it. We're going to go with Armen in this one by decision. Let's move forward. Michael Johnson versus Darius Flowers. Let's go. So, I know a lot of people are hype on Michael Johnson. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Darius Flowers in this one, though. You know, he is, I'm pretty sure, 4-1 in his last 5 fights, if I remember correctly. Both coming off a loss, though. Michael Johnson's last loss was pretty brutal, though. I think Darius Flowers can get this done. I think he's got the more power. We're going to go Darius Flowers by KO. I think he gets it done. Poor Michael Johnson, man. I wouldn't be upset if Michael Johnson won this just because I like MJ, but you know, let's keep going. Brad Tavares versus Gregory Rodriguez. This one is a little crazy to me. The odds are plus 200 for Brad Tavares, minus 245 for Gregory Rodriguez. A lot of people are hype on Gregory Rodriguez, which I am too, but I think Brad Tavares has a path to victory if he can kind of keep things, you know, on the feet, avoid any takedowns. Gregory Rodriguez doesn't do the greatest with his takedowns. I mean, when they are there, they're explosive, but he just doesn't go for them as often. I think Brad Tavares on the feet could honestly be a little bit better than Gregory Rodriguez, who's a little slower, a little bit more hesitant. I think Brad Tavares could possibly even win this one. But I'm leaning towards Gregory Rodriguez. Let's just pick. I'm picking this fight to start round 3. You know, I think that's a good. Let me check the odds on that. It's raining pretty hard. Yeah, fight to start round 3 is minus 166. I'm picking that for this one. I'm probably going to stay away from this one mostly, though. Let's move forward. Robert Beresk. Is it Beresk? I don't know. I like saying Beresk. Robert Beresk versus Ihor Potieria. A lot of people don't like Ihor Potieria in this one, and I don't either. I'm going with Robert Beresk. I think he's got the power. For sure. I think he's on a streak too, if I'm not mistaken. He's been winning a lot by KO. And the odds, what are the odds? They're not available here. The odds are Robert Beresk minus 172, Ihor Potieria plus 140. I don't mind taking Robert Beresk on money line, but let's see, what is the odds for him by KO? Minus 130. Yeah, I'm just going to take Robert Beresk at moneyline. Let's move forward to the co-main event. Dan Ige versus Andre Fili. This one's actually pretty lit. I like this fight. This one's tough, too. This one's a really tough one to pick. I'm leaning towards Dan Ige. I think he's got more ways to win this one. I think if he mixes it up, goes for a takedown or so, tries to get some control, maybe push up against the fence some, I think he can win this one. I don't like this reach advantage. I think Feely definitely has the ability to use that to his advantage, and it could be rough for Dan Ige to get in there. He could eat some damage. So Andre Feely's definitely a live dog in this one. After the first round, I would, definitely consider taking Andre Feely at live, depending on how he's looking on that one. But I'm going to go with Dan Ige on this. Over 2.5 rounds is minus 196. That's a little high. I don't know. Let's move on to the main event. Jack Hermansson versus Joe Pyfer. Man, this main event is not the greatest, but, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm excited for next week. Next week's going to be fire. I'm picking Joe Pyfer in this one like everybody else. I think Joe Pyfer's got the just overall the win streak. He's got the momentum going into this one. I think they want Joe Pyfer to win. That's why they gave him this fight. The odds are pretty big in his favor. I'm going to go Joe Pyfer. I think Jack Hermansson's pretty good, though. I think he could probably keep this going for a little while. I don't know. A lot of people think it could be KO first round. What are the odds for it to go into the second round? Minus 270. Fight to start round 3 is minus 118. If it does go farther, I think it gives Jack Hermansson a more heavier chance to win this one, because he's shown to go 5 rounds pretty well. He does 5 rounds pretty good. This one is a little tougher, but I think Joe Pyfer gets it done. We're going to just take Joe Pyfer to win this one. I think it does go over 2.5 rounds, but I think Joe Pyfer still wins it. Yeah, and that's the main event. Let's go. UFC Fight Night, Hermansson versus Pyfer. Let me know in the comments who you think is going to win. Let me know what you think about the picks. And we're going to be back again next week with another banger. Try to get a little earlier with the next drop. Thank you all for tuning in. Till the next time. Peace.